Hello everyone. Today we will discuss the analytical chemistry involving the important chapter for the spectrophotometry. This spectrophotometry is totally depend upon the two factors, that is the electromagnetic radiations and the interaction of a radiation with the matter. And this electromagnetic radiation is the spectroscopy is one of the most useful and promoting the technique used for the study of atomic and molecular structure. It is the branch of chemistry or science that deals with the study of the interaction between the electromagnetic radiation with matter. The electromagnetic radiation having a three importance term which is very important for the spectrophotometry. So one is the wavelength, which is denoted by the lambda, and the wavelength is the distance between the two successive maxima on an electromagnetic wave. So 1 micrometer is equal to 1 nanometer is equal to 10 Armstrong unit. Then second one is the frequency. Frequency is denoted by the mu, and it is defined as the number of complete wavelength unit passing through a given point in unit time, which is called as the frequency of radiation. It is generally expressed in cycle second inverse. So 1 hertz is equal to 1 cycle second inverse. Then the third important term is the wave number, which is denoted by the mu bar, and it is defined as it is the number of waves per centimeter in vacuum. So mu bar is equal to 1 upon lambda, which is measured in a centimeter inverse, and this wave number is exactly inversely proportional to the wavelength. So we can write here 1 upon lambda. Then the important term or relation between the frequency, wave number, and the wavelengths. So we will discuss here the product of a wavelength in centimeter and frequency in second inverse is equal to the velocity of the wave in the medium. The product of wavelength, that is lambda, frequency, that is mu, both are measured in centimeter and second inverse, which is equal to the velocity of wave, which is denoted by small c. As the velocity of light is represented by c, which is maximum in vacuum, we can write here. Lambda mu is equal to c, and the value of c is 3 into 10 raised to 10 centimeter second inverse. Now we know that lambda, that is wavelength, is equal to velocity of light to the frequency mu. So wave number mu bar is inversely proportional to the wavelength, and wavelength is equal to the c upon mu. So this value of lambda is right in here. So the ratio will form in reverse, mu upon c, because it is a reciprocal. So the final equation is suggests that the mu bar, that is the wave number, is inversely proportional to the wavelength and inversely proportional to the light of velocity of light and directly proportional to the frequency. Okay, then next is the spectrum of the electromagnetic radiation according to their region in Armstrong unit, wavelength centimeters, frequency in hertz, and the energy in electron volt. According to their ranges, gamma rays, X-rays, UV, visible, IR, microwave, and the radio. This is the color of bands, which is suggests to the spectrum of electromagnetic radiation. The colors are red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and violet. Then the next part of this spectroscopy for terminology using a absorption measurement. So first term is the radiant energy. Radiant energy is denoted by E, and the equation is H mu. So we can write here the energy for the symbol E and H mu. Then next term is the radiant power P, which is denoted by the capital P. Then transmittance. Transmittance is denoted by capital T. It is the ratio of radiant power of a transmitted light to the radiant power of an incident light. Here we can write percentage of transmittance. So the ratio multiplied by the 100. Then next term is the absorbance. Absorbance is denoted by capital A, which is exactly equal to the logarithm to the base 10 and 1 upon T, that is the transmittance. So we can write here minus log to the base 10 T is equal to, the value of T is put in here. So is equal to log to the base 10 P upon P0. Then next term is the absorptivity. The absorptivity is denoted by the small a, and it is the ratio of absorbance to the B, that is the path length, and C, it is the concentration. So it is the product of path length and the concentration. Then next term is the molar absorptivity. Molar absorptivity is denoted by this constant term, and which is equal to the absorptivity A multiplied by the molecular weight of the sample. So small a is the capital A divided by BC. This value is put in here, A upon BC multiplied by the M. Then next terminology is the path length B, which is always measured in a centimeter, and they are represent the thickness of the medium. So these are the important terminologies of spectrophotometry. Then we can see the fundamental laws of the photometry. Here the apparatus which is used for the these laws. First is the source, collimators, then monochromator, wavelength selector, sample solution, then detector, and finally go in a readout device, that is the digital display or meter. So these fundamental laws are, first is the Lambert's law, the very famous law, and we know that when a beam of a monochromatic light is allowed to pass through a transparent medium, the rate of decrease of radiant power with the thickness of the medium is directly proportional to the radiant power of a incident light. That means absorbance is directly proportional to the path length or thickness of the medium. The next important law is the Bayer's law. When a beam of a monochromatic light is allowed to pass through a transparent medium, the rate of decrease of radiant power with the concentration of the medium is directly proportional to the radiant power of a incident light. That means absorbance is directly proportional to the concentration of the medium. And the next important term is the fundamental laws of photometry for the combination of Lambert's and Bayer's law. So the statement for this law is, for the given system and the thickness of the medium, the absorption of the medium is directly proportional to the concentration of an absorbing species. That means absorbance is directly proportional to the path length B as well as the concentration of a sample C. Okay, so this is the shortly we will see the spectrophotometry. To learn more topics on analytical chemistry, please subscribe my channel. Thank you so much, guys.